Hey everybody, it's Mike Frieder here with On-Call Compliance Solutions, and I'm back with another compliance tip of the week. Today we're talking about NIST SP 800-171 Control 3.6.1, establish an operational incident handling capability for organizational systems that include preparation, detection, analysis, containment, recovery, and user response activities. Now this is kind of an unusual control because there's a whole lot that's required of this control, but interestingly, the control's response, in other words, what we would put down in our system security plan, can actually be a really short answer. So in this case, if we were answering it, we would say something like, this is implemented via the organization's incident response plan and procedures. And you know what, that's it. That's the only answer that I would personally give, because ultimately that is the correct answer. Surely we're not going to copy and paste an entire standard operating procedure or handbook or playbook into the answer field, because that's really what it takes to describe what we would actually be doing. Now, if you're not sure what an incident response plan or procedures are, essentially, if you're running a company, you've got to have an assumption that there are going to be anomalous or bad things that happen from time to time. And the way that you should be running your company is with a risk management type of an approach, where you are actively understanding, hey, look, there are certain risks that are likely to happen. It's likely that you're going to have some sort of a cyber attack. It's likely that you're going to have users that do things they shouldn't with the computer systems. It's likely you might have a break-in, at your physical premise. So with these things in mind, you should have a playbook or an incident response plan of how you will respond to these kinds of incidents. Particularly when it comes to information security, it's mandated by NIST SP 800-171 that you have some pre-planning done. And in that guide, in that standard operating procedure, or in that incident response plan and procedures document you should have all of these things. You should understand how you will operate while an incident is being handled. You should understand and know that your team has the capability to deal with these things. And again, it should, especially in this case, be in the event of some kind of an information incident, information stolen, breached, etc. So again, examples are, things that may need to be in the plan is who's going to respond. Things that need to be in the plan are, what are their actions going to be? What's the sequence of their actions? When do we escalate? Maybe we need to escalate to management at a certain point if your sort of help desk is your first tier of response. So again, these things need to include how you're going to prepare for the incident, how you're going to detect that there's something bad going on, and maybe it's not something bad. Maybe it's just sort of a procedural thing. Somebody wants permission to a folder they never had before. How do you prepare? How do you detect that that's happening? All right, they submit a service ticket request. How do you analyze that incident to figure out what's going on and if it's good or bad? How do you contain the incident if maybe there is a detected breach? How do we basically isolate that endpoint so that the breacher doesn't gain access to other important things? How do you recover from an incident? If you had ransomware, how would you recover from that? Is it written in a playbook? Does your team know the play? And of course, user response activities. What do you tell the users who are involved in that incident? How do you handle these things? Are there disciplinary procedures involved? So again, I could go on and on about this, but really the simple answer is you've got to have a plan. And as my good friends in the military say, look, the worst time to figure out what you're going to do when you're being shot at is when you're being shot at, right? You want to have a plan for when the bullets are flying overhead as far as how you're going to react. So if you're trying to get compliant with DFARS, NIST SP 800-171 or CMMC on your own, and you're trying to figure out how to react, guess what? Consider us your incident response. If you're looking for help, our compliance experts are always just a call away. Visit NIST800-171compliance.com or check out the bio below for links to make life easy. There you can find more information about how we can help. Self-schedule time at your convenience with one of our compliance experts through any form on the website, or learn more about our completely done-for-you services that can have you on your way to being compliant in just 2 to 3 days. If you love the content we're putting out here for you, help us out with a big thumbs up on the like button. It lets us know we're doing the right things for you. And even better, smash the subscribe button to get the latest compliance content as soon as our compliance nerds roll it out. It's a great way to stay prepared for that upcoming CMMC certification everybody's going to have to get to eventually and go through. And until the next compliance tip, my friends, stay safe and secure out there, and hit us in the comments below to let us know what you'd like to know more about when it comes to information security and compliance. And I'll see you on the next one.